Hey guys, it's Nikki here with Level 5 Lighting. Today we are going to be going over on how to create different schedules in the Jellyfish Cloud app. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you open up that app is go to the Schedule tab on the bottom, and this is going to take you to your daily events and your calendar events. Now your daily events are going to be a schedule that turns on every day or whatever days of the week that you set it to, versus a calendar event are going to be certain dates that you set it to. So the calendar events will always override your daily events. So first we're going to do a daily, and for dailies I like to have that be my accent. So we're going to go ahead and in the top right we're going to press the plus sign and we're going to do create daily on. Then we're going to go in and we're going to press on name, and you're just going to want to rename it just so that way you know what it is. So I'm going to do accent daily on. And I'm going to put on because for your dailies you will need to create a daily on and a daily off. So this way I know that this one is the motion to turn them on. After you edit your name, you're going to press the back arrow button in the top left, and then we're going to go to days, and I do want mine to turn on Sunday through Saturday. If you don't want them to turn on all of those days, you can go ahead and deselect some days. If you just want it Wednesday through Saturday, or maybe just every other day you want them to turn on, you can go ahead and do that. So we're going to leave ours on Sunday through Saturday though. And once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click the back arrow button one more time. And now we're going to go move on to what time we want the lights to turn on. So right now it automatically sets it to sunset. If you want to change that, you're going to click on that. And the minus numbers means so and so minutes before sunset. So you could do it 20 minutes before sunset, or you can do it 20 minutes after sunset. If you don't want it to be sunset, you can go ahead and press the time in the top left, and this is going to be where you're going to be able to create a certain time that you want them to turn on. So say we'll turn them on at 6 p.m. Then we're going to press the back arrow button, and then this is where we're going to choose our pattern to turn on. So we're going to press the plus sign to the right, we're going to press on pattern, and this is going to be where you want to select your pattern. I'm going to go into our accent folder, and I'm going to do our 1 on, 3 off warm whites, and we're just going to press the select button to the right. Then we're going to go to our zones, and we're going to select which parts of the house we want to turn on. So we're going to be working with our home show. So I'm going to do all lights on our home show display. But if you have multiple zones, you would select multiple zones. Once you click that, we're going to press the back arrow button, and then it should have the pattern you selected and the zones. Then we're going to press the back arrow button one more time, and it should take you back to the main daily on event. Now, if you did want a different pattern to turn on for a different zone, you can add that into your daily event. What we're going to do is we're going to go to pattern, and we're going to press the plus sign one more time, and this is going to be where we're going to add a new pattern to a new zone. So we're going to click on zone, and I'm going to change my patio lights. So I want my patio lights to turn on every day, but I don't want them to turn on my accent. And then we're going to go to pattern, and we're going to go to colors and say I just want them on a blue. So we're going to select blue. So it should say the new zone that you're doing, and then the pattern. And then we're going to press the back arrow button. So now you should have 2 different patterns listed underneath there. So this one for our warm white is for our house, and our blue is for the patio. Now, if you do have multiple patterns for the same zone listed, it will not work, as they will get confused and it will counteract each other. So if you don't want to have multiple, you'll just take this and you'll slide it to the right, and you're going to press the trash pattern. So we're just going to have our accent lighting turned on. Then you're going to press the add in the top right corner, and now you have our accent daily on. Now that we have our on, we're going to want to create our off. So we're going to press the plus sign again, and we're going to do create daily off. I'm going to go rename it, and I'm going to do it accent daily off, and then back arrow. And then you're gonna want to do the days the same days that you selected in your daily on. Back arrow, and then off. I'm gonna want mine to turn off with sunrise, or you can do a specific time, but I'm gonna go ahead and just change sunrise. And then we're gonna press the back arrow button. And now all we're doing is selecting the zones that we want to turn off. So I'm just going to leave mine all zones. But if you had certain lights that you wanted to turn off at different times, you would create 2 different offs for them. So we're going to do our home show display, and then we're going to press the back arrow. And then you're just going to press add. And now you have your accent daily off. So for your daily events, you should always have an on and you should always have an off. So now for our calendar event, it's basically the same thing, just a little different. So we're gonna go press the plus sign again, and we're gonna do create calendar. And now I'm gonna create an event. Let's just say we have a birthday party coming up. So we're gonna name it birthday. And you can name it whatever you want. So for Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, you can rename that whatever you want. Then we're gonna do the back arrow button. And now we're gonna choose the dates that we want it to start. So we're gonna want them to turn on. We'll do April 22nd. You're gonna select that, back arrow. And I want them to end to the end of the month, to April 30th. So now these lights will turn on from March 22nd to April 30th. Then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna select our time. I'm gonna leave it at sunset. And then we're gonna select the off, and I'm gonna make it 10:30 p.m. Back arrow. And then again, same thing. You're gonna click your pattern. You're gonna click what color you want on. We're going to let's go into the spring folder. And let's do flower field. So we're gonna select that. You're gonna select your zones again. Back arrow, back arrow. So it should look like this. You should have your name, the date you want it to begin, the date you want it to end, and the on and off time, as well as the pattern you have playing and the zones. Again, if you wanted multiple patterns to be playing on different zones, you can do that. Just make sure each zone only has one pattern playing. So we're gonna press add. And so now it should pop up under your calendar events. Now, once you are done with your calendar event, you can leave it, or even with your daily. I do have multiple dailies on, so I'm gonna go ahead and just delete the accent daily on. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna slide it to the right. Now you can disable it, and that will turn it off. So that schedule will not turn on, but it will still be saved if you ever did want to go just turn it back on. So what we're going to do though is we're actually just going to delete it, delete, and then we're also going to delete our accent daily off. So now that is how you create a daily event. That is how you create a calendar, as well as delete or disable them if you are looking to do that. If you do want to just go in and edit anything, you can just click on it and edit what you have. Just make sure to only have one pattern for the same zones. All right. And then if you do go edit it, it's going to just be the done button in the top right. And that is how you create different schedules in the Jellyfish Cloud app. If you guys had any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can give our office a call, or you can go visit our website at level5lighting.com. Thank you so much.